Hello all fishing lovers, you can find fishing videos on this channel related to fishing, fishing tips, fishing techniques, bass fishing, tuna fishing, fishing traps in bottle, fishing traps for river, fishing traps for sea, fishing traps for ocean, catching big fish traps, catching tuna, fishing in the dark, eel fishing, and all videos related to fishing and how to catch a fish. Please don't forget to like and subscribe if you are new here.
In today's video, I'm going to be doing some creek fishing, looking for some big catfish. Now, this particular creek that I'm going to be in today isn't one that I've ever fished before, but I'm excited to fish it because it looks similar on the map to some other creeks that I have had success in lately. And I'll just kind of quickly go over the similarities between them. So, I've done a lot of creek fishing lately, as you've seen in my videos, just trying to hit various creeks up through here because that's where I've been having success. But the one common denominator of my successful days versus the days where I'm either not getting any fish or just getting some small fish is that the creeks that I've done well in go from, they're deeper creeks, 20, 25 foot depths minimum, and they run for long distances, but when they come out and hit the main channel, they drop directly off into the main channel in that 50, 60, 70 feet deep range. A lot of these creeks out here, I fish the Tennessee River, which is basically just one big series of reservoirs, right? There's hydroelectric dams placed throughout the Tennessee River. And so this area, especially when you get to the lower end of these reservoirs, a lot of these areas are really deep, but you'll have the main river channel that existed before, the original river channel. You'll have a ledge that comes up, and then you'll have what was, before they flooded it, this farmland. And it's now just basically one big deep flat. And a lot of these areas, those flats are 40, 50 feet deep, and they'll run for, a couple hundred yards. And then off of those flats, you'll have another ledge that comes up onto the shoreline there, or in some case, these longer creeks. So, like I said, the creeks I've had success in recently are creeks that are deeper creeks, but they drop off directly into the old river channel. The creeks I fish that drop off down to that flat, and then you have 100, 200, 300 yards of that flat before it drops off to the main river channel, I've just not done as well. And that's kind of a question that I've had about catfish for a long time that I really can't seem to get answered. I mean, obviously these reservoirs, you would think the old river channel is probably their home, right? That's deep water structures, the home of the fish. So you would think the original river channel would be where they spend the bulk of their time. But out here on these deeper reservoirs, like the lower end of this reservoir where I'm at, when you come off the shoreline and you've got that ledge that drops down, you're going to be in oftentimes 40, 50 foot of water, which is a nice sanctuary depth for these fish. So when you've got that big flat there that's 40, 50, 60 feet deep before you get to the main river channel, will they cross that at all to go, I don't know. I'm not good enough at fishing to figure that out, but what I can do is do 2 plus 2 basic math, and I know if I'm catching fish in one type of creek down here, and I go to another creek up here that looks exactly like it, I've probably got a chance to catch some more fish. And so that's what I'm going to be doing today. Like I said, I've never fished this creek before, but it looks very similar to a couple other creeks where I've got some really big fish this summer. So we're going to hit it. That's all you can do is just put your baits in the water and try, and that's what I'm going to do today. But like I said, I'm going to be dragging out here today. I'm just fishing 2 rods off the back of my kayak. My setup is the same you've seen in my other dragging videos. Got my 30-inch long dragging sinkers here on a 3-way. Got that on a leader here. It's 4.5, 5 foot long. Got a float and rattle to keep my bait just off the bottom, down to an 8/0 circle hook. All my gear is listed down in the video description below, so if you want to know what I use, it's there for you. But for bait today, I'm going to be using skipjack. The fishing gods smiled upon me. I finally got some fresh skipjack yesterday for the first time in a couple months now. So off one rod, I'll have a big head piece here. On the other rod, I'll have a smaller body chunk. And like I said, I'm gonna start out here in the main channel. I'm gonna troll all the way to the back of this creek, dragging my baits about a half a mile an hour. I'll make the turn and come all the way back out here to the main channel. And I'll kind of judge how I'm doing in this first couple passes here to figure out what I'm going to do the rest of the day. If I'm finding fish, maybe in the middle of this creek or the back of it, 20, 25 feet deep, well then I know the fish are active, they're up there, that's where I need to focus my time. If I'm not getting any action at all in this creek, or if I'm getting hit out here toward the main channel in the deeper depths, well then I know I need to move out here to the main channel and spend the rest of my time out here today hitting those deeper areas. So like I said, the only way you know for sure that there's fish here or where they're at is to put your baits in the water and get to it. So I'm going to do just that. reel this in. I think I might have a small fish in there. I think I do. Look at that. He's tail hooked himself. He has tail hooked himself somehow or another down there swiping at that bait. Well, I guess the skunk's out and we can only get bigger from there. There we go, buddy. There we go. Right to head. Got me turned and spun and going the other way. I love that feeling. Feel that thump, just solid. 28 feet right here. Bait was probably 30, 32 foot deep when he hit. Alright guys. Well, he ain't no gollywopper, but man, he nailed that bait, and that's, I've said it before in other videos on dragging. That's one of the fun things about dragging baits is they just annihilate the bait. I mean, they just hammer it. Even fish this size, when you're in a kayak, they're gonna get you spun and going the other way real fast. It's a fun time. Let's let it go. Get back to it. Alright guys, I'm at the back of this creek. I'm switching out my baits. Putting on a big skipjack head on that one. See if we can catch a whopper on it. Getting hit with boat weight. Come right over the back. Damn houseboats. 9 a.m. in the morning, you can't get away from them. It's alright. The beauty of having a sit on top kayak, it drains. There's this another one. Yeah, we're getting a little better here. It's getting a little bigger. Still not the gollywopper I'm after. I went into this creek and trolled back out of it now. Haven't had much action. It's, third fish we've got here. So I think once I get out here, out to the mouth of this creek, I'm going to turn and go upriver and work this point. There's a point here, the mouth of this creek that comes off, just a bar, long bar, and I'm gonna work it on the way back up here. So. Let's let him go. Might as well get ready for it. It's about to get pounded with some more pleasure boat weight. These people, I mean, they just zap the fun out of it, man. It's a Wednesday morning when I'm out here. It's just this section of the river is so heavily populated, you just can't avoid them at any time. You basically got to fish from about 1 a.m. to 6 a.m. to get away from them. But they just zap the fun out of it, man. They just beat you to death with this boat weight. And it wouldn't even matter. I mean, it wouldn't even matter if I was in a boat, versus a kayak. You're still going to get beat to death with this weight. Fish on. Pulling now. That's pulling. Look at it spinning. Just working off this bar here. 48 foot of water. Just following it. Deepest break line on it. Said I fished that creek, fished into it and out of it. Didn't have much action going on, so decided to make a move here. Just work up this bar. So we hit the body chop, skipjack. It's got a fish right here now. I see my sinker. There he goes again. I got the sinker up at the surface and took back home. Seeing some bubbles. There he goes again, man. Oh, there's a Samantha. They just slowly but surely getting a little bigger each time, I think. He fought hard, man. This thing pulled hard. If he had come off, I'd have swore he was bigger, but it was a fun fight anyway. Alright, well, I'm just going to keep working my way up through here, and we'll see if we can find some more like him. Let's get back to it. See you, buddy. Next time. They just relentless, y'all. It's relentless. They just keep coming. Look at this right here, y'all. Relentless. It's been a while, y'all. Wow. I worked up the top of that bar. Didn't get any more action. Come back down it. Nothing. So then I went up. And went up to the very top of that bar, real shallow. 6 foot. Just been working my way off of it. I'm about 30 feet now. Alright guys, we got us another one. I'm thankful to get him, because like I said, it's been an hour, a little over an hour here before since I've had a bite, so just keep moving along, man. I do what I tell you to do all the time. I keep my baits on good structure and I keep moving. That's what I've been doing out here, fighting through the boat wake, but we get some fish. Let's get back to it. Alright guys, I'm going to try to knock out this closing right fast before the next pleasure boat goes by and washes me up on this bank, but yeah, I came out here today, I took my swings. I didn't get the home run I was looking for and a monster fish, but I had a good day nonetheless. I got several decent fish, and most importantly, I learned. You know, this is the first time, like I said, that I had fished this particular creek, so I wanted to just get in there, drop some baits, and explore and learn about it. And I saw enough out of it today that I'm definitely going to be back. Obviously, I didn't get the big fish I was hoping for today, but at some point in time, I'm going to. That's just, it's got everything you need for a big fish. So I think next time I will approach it differently. And I'm thinking probably wintertime or early spring, once TVA's drop the water level down for the winter drawdown. Probably what I'll do is I'll get up on top of that point and use stakeout poles to hold my kayak in place. And then from there, I'll be able to just kind of fan cast my baits off both sides of that deep point and off the end of it. And that point there, it's just red clay mud and rocks. As I drug down there, I got on top of it on one pass and come down. Didn't catch any fish on that pass, but it was just nothing but rocks up there, and like I said, the red clay mud. So in the wintertime, early spring, you get a warm sunny day, that area is going to heat up, and I saw just all kinds of bait fish in there this morning. So I'm thinking, like I said, wintertime, early spring, I'll get on top of that, use stakeout poles, anchor myself down.
I'd appreciate it if you liked and subscribed.